Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be tackling a stabilizer bar link on my 2008 Cadillac Escalade. So this is a kit that is sold. Actually, I picked this one up from Moog, and right now with this car, when I was driving it, I ended up feeling obviously it's a stabilizer, and actually it makes a huge difference. When I was going over a lot of bumps, I could feel a lot of shudder in the steering wheel, and at first I thought there's something going on with maybe with the shocks, the struts, or the rear is an air suspension on this. So at first I thought maybe there was something wrong with the suspension, but just turning the wheels and doing an inspection, once I tugged on this stabilizer link, it moved, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be stable. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll show you a video in a bit of what I'm talking about and how you can do that even without removing the wheel. So I'm going to be taking a look at that now, and I'm going to be working on this 2008 Cadillac Escalade. So we're going to go ahead and start on that, and see you in a bit. All right, one of the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn the wheel, I guess all the way to whichever. Let's say for the right wheel, we'll turn the wheel all the way to the left so that you can get access behind the actual wheel. And I'll show you right now. I just turned that wheel around, and we're gonna go over there now. Close this door. All right, we're looking at this wheel here. What you're gonna want to do is go down here. You're gonna see, this is what we're looking at right now. This thing is not supposed to be moving. So if we look right now, this shifts. It shouldn't move whatsoever. So this is shot. There's supposed to be polyurethane bushing up here. You can't really see it now, so this is pretty much done. So we're going to be replacing that, and that should take care of the issue that we have right now. So we'll get started in removing the wheel, and I'm going to straighten the wheel out again so that I can jack this up and go ahead and remove it. All right, so I've taken the jack stands up there. I've taken the pressure off of the jack, and I've tightened it up just in case the jack stand falls or something. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the wheel. I believe these are 22. Yep, these are going to be 22. I have a security lock, so I'm going to have to go pick that up from grab that from the back of the truck where I keep it. All right, so if you're looking at the assembly here, the rotors and everything, just looking at that, I don't know why these things come off like they do. Anyways, so if you're looking at this right now, this is what we're looking at. This is the part that we're looking at right now. This should not spin. This should not move anywhere. So there should be a polyurethane bushing there, from what I know. This one's all crushed. You see this here, it's torn. That's pretty much done. So I'm going to inspect. I inspected all 4 of them. The other 3 look okay. None of them look like this. None of them move around. This shouldn't be moving around. So this is what we're going to be replacing today. And I'm replacing it with a Moog part, which is supposed to be a better quality part. So that's what we're doing today. All right, so now we are going to be working on these bolts. These are both 15. I'm going to be using the impact wrench. You need one. You can use this. You can just use regular wrenches on it. So I'm going to have something to hold on to the one up here, and I'm going to be using the impact wrench on the bottom. So that's how we're going to go ahead and take off the old one. It's on pretty good. I'm going to use some oil to try to get this loosened up. I'll be using the PB blaster. And there you have it. That whole thing just comes right out. And that's what I'm going to be replacing it with, is the Moog. And I guess that's probably the part number there, K700538. I'll put a link in the description just so you know exactly the part that I got. This is a 2008 Cadillac Escalade, but it should work, I think, from 2007 up until 2013. Actually, these are all the same from 2003, I believe, all the way from the original Escalade. It's pretty much the same concept, so there shouldn't be any difference. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit here, and actually there's not even any rust on here. And with the PB blaster, I was able to, there's not much to do there. Guess there was a washer. We probably won't be reusing that one. Yeah, but there's not much here. Since there was a polyurethane bushing, there's not much there. So I'm just, slightly cleaning it up before installing the new one. New kit comes with these polyurethane bushings, a couple of spacers. So each spacer, there's one spacer per bushing, and I'll just show you how that goes in. It always goes in from the bottom first. So you start by putting a spacer on there, and you end up putting let me get rid of these spacers. So you start with a spacer, polyurethane bushing, goes in, that spacer goes right into that bushing. That goes through the bottom hole. Now you're going to want to do another polyurethane bushing another spacer. Goes right into the bushing. And then you're gonna have this plastic piece that goes, actually this might be metal. Yeah, it looks like plastic to me. The original one was plastic, so. From there, you're gonna go another, actually, spacer, sorry, washer. Washer, polyurethane bushing. That goes through that top hole. Now for this, you are probably gonna need to raise this suspension here in order to get that to go through. But up here, you're looking at the same thing. So you have another polyurethane bushing, and this last top bolt has a spacer on it already. Which actually this reaches further down, so I might be able to reach that other. Yeah, you can. So from there, you just tighten this with your hand. So I'm still tightening those. This might be a different size. It looks like it's a different size. It might be, let's see if this is 16. Oh, we'll see. Now the instructions from Moog say to bring it flush so that the thread comes out flush with this nut, and then you're supposed to go 3 threads up. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to stick with the instructions from Moog. Okay, so now it's flush. It's flush with that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to bring it up. I think it says you're supposed to do 2 full turns. So here, I'm just looking at the threads. I'm just trying to keep count and see when there's 3 threads showing, then that should be good enough. All right, so I have 3 threads showing on the on that bolt there, just coming up. So that's according to the specs for Moog. So that's where I'm going to leave it at. It's a self-locking nut at the top, so I don't need anything else there. But that should take care of it. So hopefully from there on, it'll get rid of that issue I'm having with the vibration in the steering wheel. Now I thought there was something. I mean, there was definitely something wrong with the suspension. So once I started taking a look at this, I mean, it's pretty easy to see. Once that moves, if that moves, there's something wrong with it. And honestly, you can see the polyurethane bushings here. Like in the other one that I had, you couldn't see these because one of them I think was pretty much all torn up. The other one was pretty squished, and this one was all torn. This one I think was even missing. So you can see there's a huge difference but this helps stabilize, you know, this whole thing. There's another bushing here that you can also replace. You know, this thing goes all the way to the other side. You know, it's a stabilizer. So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty easy fix. This cost me $9.99 from Amazon. I got it, I think, next day. You know, it took me no more than 10 minutes to replace. You know, doing a video, it always takes a little bit more just to get the details and all, setting things up, setting up the lighting and things like that. But other than that, you know, it's a matter of putting the wheel back on. 110 foot-pounds of torque is the torque spec, so I'll torque these down. I'm not going to do it in a video. I got so many videos where you can go take a look at if you need, you know, if you need that. But you know, that's pretty much it. And the brakes I had done before, so you can take a look at videos if you want to take a look at the brakes. And I just want to say thank you. I've reached 200 subscribers this month, and I appreciate everybody, and I hope you like my video, and you can go ahead and hit subscribe and like and hit the bell, you know, the notification button, so that you can get notified when new videos are posted. There's a couple of videos that I'm working on with a Porsche, a rally video that I did, that I was on, and a couple of other things. So I got a couple of things coming up on my channel. So I hope that you guys enjoy and subscribe, and hopefully for those that have had an issue with the steering wheel just feeling sloppy, and just feeling a lot of vibration in your steering wheel when you go over bumps, then it's, you know, I definitely recommend that you check to make sure that there's nothing broken on it. This is such an easy fix, such a cheap fix, that it should make a night and day difference. For 10 bucks, you know, it's definitely worth it. It's something that you can definitely do yourself. So anyways, thank you all. You have a good day.